Hi, my name is Katherine Hutchison, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the seriousness of endangered oceans and how the destruction of these oceans can be prevented. My motto is, save the oceans, save the world. Well, imagine yourself on a beautiful sunny day with a salty breeze hitting your face and the sound of waves crashing outside your window. Or, if you prefer the outdoors, imagine reclining on a boat, a cold drink in one hand and a fishing rod in the other, with nothing but blue skies and a deep blue ocean on your horizon. Well, now doesn't that sound like paradise? Well, the scene I just described could take place nowhere else besides on a far-off beach or serene escape next to a brilliant and powerful ocean. Unfortunately, that peaceful and serene escape will become less and less of a reality unless we take a stand against the destruction of our oceans and the countless ecosystems it holds. After extensive research and personal emails with a marine wildlife professional, I have numerous staggering statistics and truths to share with you today in hopes that you, as a citizen and partaker of this world, will be motivated to change. The oceans around the world are becoming unlivable, and the ecosystems within them are dwindling, causing species to become endangered and even in some cases extinct. This is a serious problem that needs to be addressed. Now, the ocean's biggest threats are climate change, pollution, fishing boats, cargo boats, and deforestation. The majority, if not all of these problems, come exactly and specifically from humans. Now, if we alter the downward spiral of our oceans by raising awareness through funding nonprofit organizations and by calling up the government and urging the government to lend a hand. As I previously mentioned, the oceans in our planet are in a sense dying. According to Greenpeace International, oceans cover 70% of the Earth's surface, and of those, they contain 80% of the Earth's life. Now, Liz Olson states that in 2010, only 4% of the world's oceans are considered pristine, which means that they've been unaffected and uncontaminated by humans. Now, a staggering 40% of the world's oceans is sustainably polluted by human waste. These pollutants affect every part of the ocean, from its animal to plant life. Coral reefs are being hit the hardest by this mix of pollutants and are being disintegrated at a rapid speed. Steve Connor, a science editor from San Diego, believes that if measures aren't taken to reverse this decay on coral reefs, there will be no more coral reefs left by the year 2100. Another problem we face, according to the National Ocean Service, is that the temperatures of the oceans are steadily rising. And when you mix that with the hazardous waste in the ocean, they combine to form a dead zone. These occur when the dissolved oxygen supply in the water is lower, making it uninhabitable for any creature to live in. As of now, the National Ocean Service reports that the U.S. has the second largest dead zone, which is in the northern Gulf of Mexico. Now, the next problem our oceans face is unnecessary deaths of many animals caused by human actions. Each year there are reports of dolphins, sharks, sea turtles, whales who get injured from cargo ships being hit by them as you're going by, and they end up dying. Also, there are many causes for the problems we face. Of course, this pollution comes from us. Oil spills, boats, sewage, land runoffs from farms and construction sites, and even exhaust from automobiles pollute the water. Steve Connor proves that the disintegration of coral reefs comes directly from the buildup of carbon dioxide that is man-made, that is in the atmosphere. These fumes come directly from factories, from automobiles, and anything else you can imagine in the United States. The next cause is climate change, and it affects everything in our world, but as much as we complain about global warming, we don't always acknowledge how damaging it is to the oceans. The changes in the water due to global warming change habitats and migrational patterns for millions of species. Another cause is simple human neglect and lax rules by government. Most fishes and corporate fishing companies don't have strict rules, let alone enforced regulations on their fishing practices. Too often, dolphins or sharks get captured and injured by fishing nets each year. Cargo ships accidentally scrape whales as they go by, and in many cases, If the well survives, which is rarely, it's never reported and help never reaches the well. There are hardly any penalties against these cargo ships in cases such as that. Also, another reason more and more of the oceans are being destroyed is because the government is not making it a priority to protect them. Only 40% of water, and that includes both fresh water and ocean water, which is salt, is protected, and that is not acceptable at all if you think of how much water that is. Each and every person can help our oceans through many ways. Simply raising awareness about the dire state of the ocean helps. And informing others on the effects of the human population and what it does on the environment is very helpful as well. Contact your local representative or congressman to encourage others to do the same. This shows them that they care. Just an email or a phone call shows them, hey, look, I'm concerned about this. I want you to do something. We also need to encourage them to designate as much ocean and marine life as they can as marine reserves. And this will guarantee a healthy and clean place for the marine animals to live. Encourage them also to pass legislation that requires fisheries and other boats to be equipped with the latest technology that prevents them from scraping into the whales and catching them in their fishing nets. It's out there, they just have to find it. Also, donate to organizations that help the world's oceans. Some of these organizations that are really great include Greenpeace, Conservation International, and World Wildlife Fund. And they are good examples that impact the whole entire world on an international basis. I also encourage you to look up local organizations to support and maybe even volunteer. You know, every little bit helps. Also, before hearing these facts, did any of you realize how close we are to losing many parts of the oceans for good?
Oh, really? No.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? The endangerment of the world's oceans should not be ignored any longer. The people of the world need to become aware of how much damage our everyday actions cause to one of our most valuable and plentiful resources. Awareness needs to be raised, and we need to pressure the government into taking action for us and for our future generations. Also, research and findings are published every day concerning the welfare of our oceans. Citizens every day, like myself, are taking advantage of this research to educate themselves and the others around them of new threats and new steps in the right direction to a cleaner future. I encourage you to do the same. Also, it is plain to see that our mistakes and carelessness are making large parts of the ocean unlivable. We are pushing out species and in some cases even pushing them to extinction. Causes such as pollution and not strict enough government laws is increasing the severity of this problem every day. The good news is we can stop it. Raising awareness, donating to charities, and contacting state officials are small things we can do to help ourselves and to give future generations the chance to enjoy the wonders and beauty of our oceans and all the amazing things they hold. Thank you. And do you have any questions?
Is the United States the only place that has marine reserves?
No, other countries do. Some do not, but that's one thing we do want to promote is for every country to come up with programs. Thank you.